Hello everyone and welcome back to my art channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Alina. I'm a fiction author and I do art on the side, mostly as a hobby. Part of it is work, but either way, I'm still a total noob. I know in my last video I promised the next one would be another unboxing, but while I did the unboxing and finally got the package for that, I never finished the piece for the art challenge, so that's going to be postponed. It will be probably out this week. The reason for all that is that I wasn't feeling particularly great physically. I had a really rough last week or last 10 days or last 2 weeks, I don't know. I wasn't feeling great at all. And mentally I wasn't doing all that great either, so I just tried to focus on what was extremely urgent and left everything else for later. And that included my traditional piece for the upgrade unboxing. So let's talk a bit about this piece I'm working on right now. It's a digital piece done in Krita, and I used an Unsplash reference, which I will link in the description down below. I tried to stick to some sort of a workflow and I ended up not doing that very well, and I painted on the wrong layer so many times I just lost track of it. I stopped caring at some point and I just tried to remember where everything was on each layer. That said, this was the first Inktober 52 prompt I did this year. When this challenge was announced, I was super looking forward to it, and I was thinking I could do it every week. This is the first one, and I got so inspired by it, so I decided to do this digital piece. I was always going to do digital for Inktober, and I wasn't particularly thinking of using color or not. I was just going for improving my digital skills because they definitely need that. And somehow this piece was the first one I did because the prompt really spoke to me. I had this idea immediately of a shell on a beach and then started looking for some references that would work. And I finally found one, and I tried to keep the same color scheme and just sample from the photo just to figure the colors faster and just see how realistic I could get it. It's still quite stylized. I feel like it looks sort of like a movie animation, like a feature-length animation drawing more than a realistic photo, but that's perfectly fine. I didn't mind that a lot. I actually enjoyed myself doing this piece. It took me about an hour all in all, which is quite fast for me. It's a simple composition and a simple painting, and that's why, but still it's quite the improvement for me to only take this long to make it. So I was really proud of the result. I did share a photo of this on Instagram. As you can see, I did go for a square canvas just to make it easier to share. And I realized while painting this how much I missed Krita. I think I mentioned this before at some point, that I had to do something in Photoshop for a cover for a friend, just to figure out how it was done, and I was like, oh my god, I could have done this in 30 seconds in Krita. Why do I have to struggle so much? And when it comes to just digital painting, I enjoy it a lot. I love how everything works, and I'd missed it. And the reason why I got to a point where I was missing it was because I didn't do much painting in general, and let alone any digital painting. I will try to do some more in the future, and I will try to stick with this square format and go for a more sketchy style, but still learn new things. I'm currently doing a Krita class, the intermediate one, for the series on Skillshare that I started ages ago, and I've already learned a lot about adding and subtracting and other things that have to do with advanced selection capabilities, which I'm really liking so far. It's really cool. I can't wait to learn more, and hopefully there will be time for that. To be honest, my schedule has been extremely hectic. It at times feels like I'm doing 2 full-time jobs right now, which is probably not exactly very far from the truth. But there are so many things I need and want to do, and I don't want to compromise, which means I'll probably do at least one of these pieces per week. I think other than the unboxings and maybe pieces for the art challenges, I'm not going to do a lot of traditional art for the next couple of months because there's just so much going on. We're finishing up the renovation and cleaning in the apartment my boyfriend and I are going to move into at the end of the month. There's a lot of work I'm doing right now. There are releases coming up. I have to design a lot of covers for my books and for friends' books. And on top of that, I have some freelance work in marketing and social media, so it's hectic. So it's way easier to do digital. It's just less setup, less cleaning. I'm not that dependent on lighting right now because if I don't draw or paint in a certain time frame, then I can't do it later in the evening because the light in my room is not that good for that specific reason. That specific use case actually, more than reason. So yeah, it's a bit tough fitting everything in right now, but I think I'm doing a pretty decent job keeping up with urgent tasks, and I think I'm on the right track with YouTube content as well. I'm not exactly down to weekly videos, but I'll probably get there within the next few weeks. I'm trying to do this for my author channel and for my art channel, which means I will need to pre-film some stuff and then just the voiceovers when I edit the pre-filmed stuff. But yeah, it's still a bit of a struggle, which is slightly annoying, but we won't talk about that anymore. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my deep dive into how my life's going, because there's really not a lot to say about this piece here. By the way, if you're curious, I'm only using like a few brushes. If I don't count the pencil and the eraser I'm using, I think there are 4 more, which is a very limited tool set, but it's definitely worked wonders for me because I don't have to think of way too many brushes, so it's easier to learn. This is a selection I had to use for the course I'm doing, and I find myself using it a lot outside of that course, so that's great. I'm thoroughly enjoying Krita, but honestly, when it comes to just digital painting and cover design and editing videos, I can't wait for the end of the year, where I'll probably upgrade my laptop to a way more powerful PC, because let me tell you guys, all this digital work, it needs resources, which my 5-year-old gaming laptop doesn't actually have. I could upgrade it a bit more, but then all that money could go into my next computer, which I'm going to get anyway, so it's been a bit of a struggle, but we're getting there. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed my shell, and if you're doing Inktober 52, do let me know how that's going for you. And yeah, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more from me, maybe subscribe, possibly turn on notifications, because I'm still uploading infrequently and that might be helpful. And yeah, enjoy yourselves, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Remember to do art for fun as well, not just because you have to, because that's helped me a lot through this period. So yeah, I'm trying to share what I've learned, I guess. But yeah, that's it from me for now. I will see you in the next video, which will probably be up by the end of the week or early next week, but I'm trying to not leave more than maybe 10 days between videos right now, so wish me luck with that, and try to stay positive in the meantime. I'll see you all soon. Bye!